I kind of figured something was in the wind. I didn't know what it was. I knew I couldn't get the telephone. Yeah, I'd laugh if I were you. I couldn't get to a telephone, and I don't know, this was a bad weekend, and everywhere I went, people were leaving, you know. I went in today or yesterday and today, and I got my fiddle out. I'm playing that, and somebody got a call, and Carla Thomason sent word that I was to do a little speech here about Bonnie Owens or something, or some kind of deal for Bonnie out here, and that I was supposed to talk about the early years of Bonnie Owens and the folks here. See, so I prepared my little speech, and so I went in there and they said, you'll probably have to play fiddle too. So I didn't know where the thing was. I went in and got the fiddle and I started playing it, and I was fooling with it about 10 minutes, and Louise come in and she said, would you please put that darn fiddle down? I said, well, why? I said, they said something about me playing out there. No, she said, you've been forcing that fiddle on them people for 60 years. I said, 10 minutes is not going to make one bit of difference. Put it up. So I put the darn thing up, I tell you that. But I'll tell you one thing, you know, there's one thing that I can truthfully say about Bakersfield and the people here. I happened here quite by accident because my wife's people lived here, and we were between Johnson the road and between Palm Springs. And my wife got sick, and we stayed here a few days later and wound up staying. And it was one of those nights where everybody was slumming, that I stumbled in a place over there called the Lucky Spot on Edison Highway. And I didn't know, you didn't listen, I didn't know Edison Highway from Chester Avenue. I didn't know one place from the other. But I heard some music in there, and I felt a little down and out. So I went in, and my brother-in-law, who was here tonight, wanted me to sit in that night. So I sit in with Tex Marshall and the group. And here some guys came up. It was out on the town. Ken Crows, Ed Erner, Little Joe Martin, and a bunch of them. And I didn't know who they were. Bill Elliott, a popular disc jockey, says, who are you? What are you doing around here? Blah, 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 blah. Do you want to become a Western disc jockey? I said, man, I don't know what you're talking about. I said, I play fiddle. They said, well, have you ever done any radio? I said, oh, yeah, I've done radio. Meet us Monday morning at 9 o'clock at the El Cajon Hotel. And I started not to go because they were too far out of it. I just figured they didn't know a thing in the world about it. But at any rate, I said, well, I just want to go down and take a look at those guys after a drunk like that, just see what they look like. So I went down and I met with them, and this is when we started our first radio show, bearing in mind that Louise and I came to Bakersfield to retire from country music. I had it with the road. I'd been in it since I was 15 years old. And I know all the stories about having to go off and leave your children when they're sick, and the show must go on, and this, that, and the other, with no streamlined buses and all of that, and custom-made buses, cars and trailers if we're lucky. And I was tired of that. And we stayed here in Bakersfield and accidentally got into television. And by doing that, I met some of the finest people I've ever known in my life. A lot of them are sitting here at the table tonight, and a lot of them have passed on, and a lot of them are sitting out there with you. And Louise and I could live anywhere right now, and it didn't make any difference. We started to go back to Louisiana. We thought about going back to Texas, and we didn't know what we wanted to do. And I just got to thinking, of all the places on earth for a man to hang his hat, I can't think of a better place than Bakersfield, California. These fine band members up here, I tell you, I'd hate to have to get up here and play to you people right now after all the lies them guys tell you. Thank you very much.
We'd like to call a couple of gals up. It's Sherry Hedgepeth and Katie McFarland. We'd like to show Jimmy that country music will go on. These little girls are, I think, around 8 years old, and they love country music. They're going to dance for you, Jimmy. This was, they practiced this just for you. A couple of country girls. So if we can have their music that they brought to our MD sound system. And by the way, they have came in here and set up all this sound. We really appreciate them. This is complimentary to you, Jimmy. Well, let's show them what country music's all about. The music. We got the music. She thought she could dance without the music.
Well, everything was going away, so I pressed my room almost today.
Stand that, you're sitting alive for a long time. Here's Janice, what I'm doing this tune here, Janice, I want you to get your little thing ready while we're doing this. Here's a number that we wrote years and years ago, and it doesn't quite fit into what we're doing out in Laredo now. I'm gone for 2 days, and I'm back in Nashville, and all the officers out in Nashville say that I'm back there recording. What the deal is, I'm back in Nashville planting wreaths on Jack Daniels' grave. Every job in town. But you need to sit around and it's big and tall as ground. It's usual just can't be calmed down. She's there, a good man now. But you need to sit around and it's big and tall as ground. All right, Gino, let me hear it. in Sacramento. But my other son from Long Beach is here, Jody Thomason, and his lovely wife, Mona, my little daughter. Appreciate having her. And their son, Trent James, is with them. And also Mona's mother, Mrs. Moore from over in Lancaster's here. And then one of my sisters, Frances, is here. Frances Kilgore. I certainly appreciate her, and Betty Joyce. And I love you very, very much. And then my little niece with her brand new baby, little Lisa, from down in Valencia. Lisa brought her little baby Rebecca up here for the night. First time I got to see her. Lisa, thank you so much, honey. Appreciate you very, very much. All right, Janice, where are you?
Jimmy, we love you. As far back
Just
as
a
I
minute,
can
we got
remember.
Janice, just a minute.
Sang some of those cute little wholesome songs of the early 50s. But this song I learned on the radio, and it was my personal favorite. Let me go. Let me go. Let me go. Let me set me free from your spell. You make me weak, cut me deep. I can't sleep. I was cursed from the first day I fell. Want me to go. Please turn me loose. What's the use? Let me go. Let me go. Let me go. Let me go. Want me to go. Wanting you. Say that please turn me loose. What's the use? Let me go. 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 Let me free.